Hi, today I want to talk about Clarence Jackson versus Chem Carriers and Plaquemine Point Shipyard, which is a Louisiana State Court case out of Iberville Parish. This case is important because it illustrates how courts will apply the new test for seaman status as set forth by the United States Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit in Sanchez, which I recently discussed in a separate video and blog article on my website. As predicted in one of my early videos, this case is an example of what I stated would likely occur following the Fifth Circuit's decision in Sanchez, where maritime defendants would seek to use Sanchez to contest seaman status in an effort to devalue injured maritime workers' claims. Jackson was employed by Plaquemine Point Shipyard as a welding supervisor and was injured aboard the shipyard's barge that was located near its floating repair facility on the Mississippi River when he tripped and fell over a welding lead that had been left on the deck of the barge. Plaquemine Point Shipyard contested whether Jackson was a seaman and challenged his claims for Jones Act negligence, unseaworthiness, and maintenance and cure. Specifically, the shipyard contended that as a welder and welding supervisor aboard mostly stationary barges in the shipyard's floating repair fleet, that he was not a seaman because he was not exposed to the perils of the sea. The matter went to trial, and the court concluded that even though Jackson was a welder and supervised other welders, he was required to work on the water during most of his workday. Therefore, he was always in the danger of falling overboard when other vessels contacted the floating repair fleet, such that he was exposed to the perils of the sea, here the Mississippi River. The important takeaway for seamen is that in order to qualify as a Jones Act seaman, and to be entitled to the special protection afforded to seamen under the law, you must have a connection to a vessel or fleet of vessels that is both substantial in nature and duration. Vessel employers will always try to contest seaman status, so it's important to hire an experienced maritime attorney to oppose this practice. If you have any questions about whether you are a Jones Act seaman, please contact me at 504-500-5060. Thank you.